Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 85 of MCEternal, where I want to pick up where we left off last episode with these shenanigans. So last episode we got sort of kind of ore quintupling started, right? So we will definitely be quintupling ores, and I was hopeful that we could use salt, which apparently is from Bewitchment now, so that's a different salt, but ore dictionarying and all that, it's magic. Shh, don't even worry about it, it's magic. Turns into brine at a rather slow smell. You know what? I didn't notice this, but nuclear craft can do this. I wonder how fast I can make this. These things are generally very power hungry, but you can get them pretty quick. You know, I didn't test this. I did not. Should we do the nuclear craft melter just to see if it's fast? I literally just noticed that this was a thing. So it's brine. So you turn into brine, which can then be electrolytically separated into chlorine. I wonder how fast you could be. Should we try it? Let's try it. Just for giggles. Just because. I'm trying to do things differently than I've done them in the past, right? That's a big point of this series, is Dyer always does things the same way, so let's do it a little differently. Nuclear craft melter, huh? Melter from nuclear craft. That's an option that I didn't notice last time we were recording here. So you can do, yeah, it's this guy, right? That's a lot of things that we don't quite have yet. What do we have from nuclear craft? We have some of these, so that's cool. Advanced plating is a thing. And machine chassis, did we teach you that yet? I don't know that we did. We should, though, because that's a thing that when we get into nuclear craft at some point in the future, that's a thing we're going to want to do, right? We're going to want a machine chassis. That should be cool. And then we want a servo mechanism. Is that complicatedness? It's a little complicatedness. So let's go ahead and get one. And then we can get a melter to melt stuff down. Well, actually, I don't need you to do that. I just need to make you. I don't know that we need this to be a recipe, at least at this point. Getting there. So you're doing what? You're working on the tough alloys. Ah, good. Thank you, melter. Now, we also have speed upgrades that we can apply from nuclear craft and energy upgrades, right? So let's teach you how to make these things. And we'll see which of these things need to know. Just for fun, I want to see if we can get this working with the salt thing that we started last episode. I mean, it's worth a try, right? Can you do 64 of those? You don't know how to make weighted pressure plates. And while I'm here, do you know how to make these things? You don't know how to make either pressure plate and pulverized obsidian. Really? You don't know nothing about obsidian? I mean, we've got some, but you don't know how to make it. All right, fair enough. Stupid, but fair enough. Go Dyer and not automating certain things that he should have by now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So you can go in here, you two pressure plates. And then pulverized obsidian, you say. Could be the pulverizer mechanic. Should we do it that way? I'm thinking that's probably the best bet. I mean, I'm sure there's other things. Does Mechanism have any pulverized obsidian methods? Not really, just the sag mill. So yeah, let's do the pulverizer. And we're gonna pop down there just so we can see where pulverizer's at in this list. That's you. And hey, you got one more slot left. Good job, pulverizer. Just barely fitting. Okay, now, can we have 64 of you? Yes. And 64 of you? Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Back in a minute when that's all crafted. We're going to try the salt mechanic again with nuclear craft melters. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I won't lose sleep over it. And we'll do the mechanism thermal tower multi-block thingy. We'll find out in like 5 minutes whether or not this is going to work. Okay, so into this place we go. So again, we're going to be turning salt into brine and then exporting that brine into this dude, right? So the melter, and I'm not 100% sure if you can auto output adjacent, right? We're gonna find out. So first off, let's get a little bit of salt in here, right? See how slow it is? It's slow. But once we do this, it's a little bit faster. Is it fast enough? We will find out. Now that's gonna use 2,600 RF a tick. But that's gonna give a good excuse to use a nuclear craft and get some nuclear reactors going, I'm just saying. So we can say output tank configuration, output back, void excess, void all, default. I can't auto output to the back. I can specify that the back is the output, but I don't seem to be able to auto output you. Redstone control. So you seem to want to have some kind of thing happen. So you might need mechanism pipes. So you guys do your thing again. You do that. Okay. So now if I do this, are you fast enough to be moving? It still seems pretty slow. I'm just gonna say it still seems pretty pathetically slow. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this ain't gonna work. So we're back to square, I forget which square we're at. We're at some number of squares where we're making the multi-block doohickey from mechanism. So that would involve the thermally something or other. These guys, thermal evaporation stuffs. So why don't I just auto-craft them real quick, because I know it's a multi-block that I'm going to need. And you can either hook it up with a heating element, where you can transfer heat into it to do its work, or you can hook it up with solar panels to do the work for you, but clearly we're not going to have solar panels in our compact machine, so we're going to do it with the heat mechanism. So back in a minute, once I program a few automations, plus craft some things. Cool? Be right back. All right, it's been a little while since I've played with these things. I think it's been a really long while since I played with one of these. I'm trying to remember the last time on YouTube that I did this for sure. It's been a long time. But I think there's, like I said, there was two ways to do it. You either put solar panels on the top, or you can externally heat it. And if you want to externally heat it, which I do, I think you need this resistive heater, which according to the tooltip says a condensed coil resistor capable of converting electrical energy directly into heat energy. In other words, RF in, heat out, right? And I think we connect that to a thermal evaporation valve, but we shall see. Let's pop into the place and build one. I don't know. I'm just totally guessing at this point. We're going to figure it out. We're doing it live. Let's party, folks. So we're gonna put this in the corner, I think. Nobody puts thermal evaporation plant in the corner, except Tire. So if I'm understanding this doohickey correctly, right? The way this thing gets built is going. Let's do like a 4x4-ish. Let's do like. I don't know if you should have like that. And I think the controller can kind of go wherever. And you might go back there. And you might go back there. And I'm going to say this might be where the heat level goes, but we'll find out. Ah, I'm short one. Because of course I am. Always short by one. I don't know how I managed to do that. I spitballed the numbers on that, and I was extremely close, but off by one. Gotta love it. Rip. So you're crafting some steel dust for me, nice and lickety-split. Now making the steel. There we go. And thermal doohickey ready to roll. Hey, red sparkles means good. All right, so the temperature goes up based on the biome we in, which is apparently desert. So that's kind of good. Desert biomes give you like a natural and free temperature thingy here. So let's get our mechanical pipes inputting into this dude, right? And now he should be filling with water, and that water should be converting to brine at a rate of 0.26 millibuckets per tick. And the hotter the temperature, the faster it'll convert. So see how the temperature is going up? Now what I want to do is try to figure out U. So his temperature we can adjust the usage here. That's cool. Let's give him his own dedicated flux point. I feel like would be a smart move. Can we have a flux point real quick? That would be cool. Okay. So what we're going to say here then is you get power, Mr. Flux Point. Currently using 40R of a tick, right? And our temperature is kind of stabilized-ish at 330 Kelvin, 0.5 millibuckets per tick. If I bump this up... Why you no power? Why you no power? Now you power? Yay! 200. Okay, cool. Now, are you getting more power then? Oh, yeah, you seem to be. You seem to be heating up. Nice. Okay. And now we're producing more brine. Cool. So the more temperature input we put on this dude, the more heat he's going to get. So let's make him like 40 again, just to see, right? So see, his temperature should probably be going down now. Okay, cool. Now if I make him 80... he's going up. So basically, the more RF we pump into this block over here on the side, the more temperature heat he produces, and that'll drive this temperature up, and the higher this temperature gets, the higher the production gets. Cool. So 543 UK per T. Okay. It's a good time. So does that mean this guy's going to stabilize at that number? Oh. Let's make him 200 again. And he should be going up faster now. He totally is. Now we're making 2 millibuckets per tick. So we're getting there on a pretty nice brine production. Okay. So we just have to kind of figure out what your best bet is for brine production. Now you should be having no problem turning that brine into the stuff we need, right? So you're still a little bit slow, right? But we can also say that the taller we make this thing, the better. So that's another thing. Let's get a few more of these thermal evaporation chamber multi-block blocks. And I think if that thing's taller, it'll run faster. So let me get like 100 of you, because you're just iron and copper, really. A little bit of crafting into steel, but that's essentially what you are. And boy, I should really upgrade one of these guys, whichever it is. What's your speed and energy? Yeah, you should really have better stuff going on. And I assume one of you guys... Yeah, these guys should be like elite factories at this point, but you know Dyer. You know Dyer. He derps it up sometimes. So let's see how this thing's going. In theory, he should be chunk loaded, so he should have maintained his heat, and he's continuing to climb. Right, so we're at 4 millibuckets per tick. Now, if I bump this dude up a little bit... I mean, that was a pretty big jump up to 5. That didn't take too long. Can I building gadget you? That's a really good question. Are you guys tile entities? Yes, you are. Meaning no building gadgets for you. Now, while you're like that, structure is incomplete. Got it. Now, height's taller, so that's cool. All right, neat. Neato burrito. Getting there, right? And don't forget temperature is continuing to climb. So soon we'll get to a point where we're, you know, temperature good, yeah? Feeling pretty good about this, right? The bigger this is, the better. Okie dokie. Now you, sir, you're not overloading, right? Nah, you're fine. You got plenty of brine. You're actually moving. We are producing more brine than our electrolytic separator can handle at this point. Either that or, nope, we finished our aluminum shards. Okay, that's why. Hey, nice though, huh? Huh? Not too shabby, right? Now sodium, we want to dump excess sodium, right? So that he continues producing hydrogen chloride. But that's feeling pretty good. I'm feeling excited about this. We might be onto something. Okay. So now that we got that cooking really nicely, what we can do next is look into converting those chunks, right? Because what we do is we get, for example, osmium ore, which we've been mining, right? We throw that into the whatever it is that's 5x ore processing you from mechanism. There you are. Osmium slurry, clean slurry, osmium shards. We've got it to this piece, right? Now we need the purification chamber with oxygen. That's the next piece of the puzzle, right? Purification chamber with oxygen. That is all in here, right? We've got all this ready to rock. So we should be cool. I don't think we need your elite and your advanced and your advanced. We don't need none of that because everything I'm doing is ultimate these days. The ultimate cabling. Right, so at this point, you're looking pretty cool. Okay. Now, he is totally doing the thing where, you know, he's being a little bit of a derp, but that's okay. What if we did you? Can we side config the front to be output items? That could be cool. And I believe we need the purification factory here. And if your side config is such that you input items on the red side, and your side config auto eject on, so that you now ate up all your oxygen, but that's okay. We've got oxygen somewhere-ish. Ugh, it's all the way over there, huh? So we either route oxygen from here to there, or we route the items that are in this factory from here over to there. Both valid options. Which one do I hate more? I hate them both. They're both terrible. Let's do the oxygen then. Hey, this is why it's in a compact machine, y'all. Now we're cooking. So oxygen's happening, right? And your oxygen is rapidly going down. But that's okay, because are you speed upgraded to the max? You're pretty speed upgraded to the max. Wow, your oxygen is really going down. You weren't kidding. Are you cool? Yeah, you're getting there. Are we kind of keeping up, or are we struggling with oxygen? Am I going to need another one of these? Oh, we're struggling on power. That's a thing. Wowzers. Yeah, we are. We are choking on power like nobody's business. We are going to need more power, folks, at some point. Where is all my power going here? You electrolytic separator are what? You're voiding oxygen, which is fine. It seems unintelligent to do, but your hydrogen is doing okay. Hydrogen chloride is building up. So are you using a lot of power? Not that much. How much are you using? 160 RF a tick. 0 at the moment. 0 at the moment. How much are you using, Chief? 160 RF a tick. Why do you feel like you're choking so much? All right, now you're happy. Where'd all that power go? Where was all that power going? I don't even know. Somewhere. One of these guys. So you're building up a backstuffing of chlorine, which is cool. Do you even need to exist anymore? I feel like the answer is no, right? Yeah, I'm going to say no to you. You don't even need to exist there anymore. All Alright, so you're backstuffing chlorine. And you, sir, have got your aluminum chunks, right? So then we want a crushing factory. Right? Is that where that goes next? Is a crusher? So your side config will be this and this. And you are going to be output there. Perfect. And you split. And how much RF tick are you using? 600 RF tick. Yeah, it might have been this guy that was so RF tick hungry. Right? And then you guys need to be enriched. Is that correct? Yes. Enrichment chamber. And you will be red, blue. Split. And then smelted. And you will be red, blue. Split. Beautiful. And there is 5x ore processing. Cool. We could even upgrade this a little bit further if we want to upgrade these factories. But basically speaking, we insert sulfur into here. That's 800 RF a tick. A lot of these machines are a little bit RF a tick hungry, right? And then your chemical dissolution chamber is getting sulfuric acid, right? So we want an export bus of sulfur, probably using sulfur seeds, right? Then we need to get to 10, 10, 10 at some point. And then you, for example, get the osmium ore. So let's put 6 of these in here, right? So they should chemical wash, they will slurry, they will do the thing. Does this guy even, he doesn't even have speed upgrades yet. Goodness gracious. And he's using 1.12. Okay, and this guy's using 800. I think we figured out where all our RF a tick was going. Holy cow. Everybody's using all the RFs. And this is why we need a better setup here. But I mean, we're around 10,000 RF a tick to process this ore at this moment. And that's without speed upgrades in some of these things. Like this guy has speed upgrades. Yeah. Now what we could also do, by the way, isn't there like a thing that says use less something from mechanism? There's an upgrade to use less gas, isn't there? So let's make sure we've got a couple of these. But let's also... Isn't there a gas upgrade? Filter upgrade, muffling upgrade, gas upgrade. Gas upgrade. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but that's going to mean use less gas. So we should look into... Let's do 24 of them. That'll be 3 machines worth. That could be cool, right? And that should help us a little bit. And then while we're here... Good, sulfur seeds is a green thing. What are we missing for this? Green seeds, please, real quick. I want to kick off the 10-10-10ing approach to this. All right, so you're going to get sulfur seeds, you're going to get sulfur seeds, and you're going to get the sulfur seeds, and come back in a few minutes, that should be cooking, right? So there's your 3 sets of gas upgrades. Let's go back in here. Loading. Okay. Now, which of these guys might accept gas upgrades? This guy does, whatever he was. Chemical dissolution chamber. Does that mean he uses less sulfuric acid? That would be cool. And chemical washer, do you also accept gas upgrades? No, but the chemical crystallizer I think would, right? No? Oh. Oh, no, that's the chemical crystallizer. Yeah, no, that wouldn't. But this one I was thinking would. Yes. Yes. So that one will use less hydrogen chloride, and that would be good, right? And then that guy also needed speed upgrades and energy upgrades, right? And then you could probably also use these, and you're already... Okay, that's cool. All right, so let's run this thing through its full paces, right? So chemical dissolution chamber, you're doing that. You're doing the cleaning. You're making the osmium crystals, chemical crystallizer. You're converting them nice and quick. You're doing all the things. And with this whole setup running, we're using around, I don't know what the average is. Maybe 10-ish? 1,000 R for tick? Not terrible. Not great, not terrible. Is there a way to make you chemical crystallizer? Mechanism crystallizer. I don't seem to have a chemical crystallizer factory equivalent. It looks like that's the best you're gonna get. So everything else can run an operation of 5x, but this guy just can't. Not that it's a big deal, right? But, you know, it's a little bit of a deal, right? Isn't it a little bit of a deal? Y'all can't be any quicker? Like, 4x, right? Totally doable. Totally doable. Can we... Yeah, we could put the ore directly in here and 4x it, right? And that can be run, you know, speedy style, which is great. But it doesn't look like there's any way to do these chemical washers. Yeah, chemical washer doesn't seem to have, like, the elite plant things that can do multiples at once. It doesn't have something like this. So really, this is your best bet. Not that it's a big deal. Not that it's a big deal, right? It's fine. I'm totally cool with it. And it's all working, by the way, rather beautifully, right? So you're doing your osmium ore thing. You're cleaning your slurries. You're doing your stuffs. And he's going to clear out this backlog of osmium slurry and stuff pretty quickly. So really, this seems to be the slowest operation, right? He's the slow guy, right? This thing, look how fast this bar is going. Boom. It's like almost instant how quickly it processes. And I assume this one was rather quick as well. This is your slowest point. And there doesn't, I mean, I got max speed upgrades in there, so your only option here would be to have multiple chemical crystallizers, which, if we cared about the speed at which we were processing, sure. But I don't. So there's that, right? And now, why are you aluminum crystal not processing in this chemical injector, dude? Oh, we're a little bit low on hydrogen chloride. Really? Is that because we're low on what? Are you on hydrogen? Yeah, you are. Are you max speed upgraded? You're not. Well, there's your problem. There's your problem. We're going to need that to be sped up a little bit. And I believe... if I want to do that, let's put you away. That's why. Because the thing that's making hydrogen over here is not sufficiently sped up. This guy's sped up, but this guy is not sufficient. Cool. Now we're cooking. Now we got hydrogen. Now we got hydrogen chloride. Now chlorine's the slow bit. Now chlorine's the slow bit. That's fine, though. That's fine. How are you producing, by the way? Are you cool? He's getting, temperature-wise, he's getting there, right? He's getting there. We're doing 30 millibuckets per tick of this stuff. So if we needed, like, more of a buffer on these, we could absolutely add tanks and stuff, right, if we needed to worry about that. We could also crank this guy up, right? We could bump him up to 400 RF a tick, and that would increase the temperature a lot more, right? And I think over time, this guy will reach his max temperature. We'll just see how long that takes. But otherwise, you're cool? Yeah, you are. You just need to clear out this stuff. Beautiful. I like it. I like it. All right. So that's 5x ore processing, huh? Not bad. Okay, so I think the only other component here would be we would want this to make ourselves a tunnel. Sweet. Now, the only problem with my plan for how to do that is hoppers are tile entities. So I don't know how easily we'll be able to automate making this. There's ways, though. There's ways. But let's pop in here, right? So realistically speaking, we're going to want a couple imports, right? We're going to want to import in sulfur to go here, and anything that's not sulfur should wind up in the chemical dissolution chamber, right? So sulfur and not sulfur. So what if we had our import here from the top? So we'll make that up, right? And then you're going to spit out items, let's say ultimate logistical transporter here. And you will be... Let's make you down, right? So you'll import items in the up and export items in the down. Now I'm thinking item conduits for this actually would probably be the best route. So that we can do filters. Yeah. Failing that, what we could do, maybe we should use the mechanism doohickeys. So let's do, because we're going to want the logistical sorter, right? Mechanism sorter. So what we'll do is this, right? And then we can use our ultimate pipes. I like that. So then what we're going to do is we're going to have chests in here. Not there, there. And the chest will be the buffer for the things, right? So rather than doing this with you, which I don't like the super duper love the idea of, right? You're going to connect there, and you're going to be a chest. So that anything that pipes into the top will go into the chest. Cool. And you're going to be a filter, send a single item instead of a stack. Single off. No cycling. Ejects items automatically to connected inventories. I think I want that on, right? And then default filter will be blue. So that would be you, dark blue. And your filter will be dark green. Oh, that's right. You guys don't connect, do you? Yeah, because of this, it's kind of in the way. I should probably route the whole oxygen pipe thing up one more tier. There you are, buddy. Actually, yeah, you need to stay. It's alright. What we'll do is maybe just make it look a little bit cooler. We'll do that. That's kind of cool, right? So default will be blue, and then we're going to have a new item stack filter. Sulfur will be green. Cool. Default on. Go. Go. Why are you not going? Don't you need to go? Redstone signal's disabled. Are you facing the wrong way or something? That should be working. Shouldn't it? Did I miss a step here? Like, am I crazy? There's no redstone signal needed or nothing, right? Like, you have to give it a lever or nothing, right? It just goes. Should just go. Just go, buddy. Just go. You know what it might be? Maybe he doesn't like going into the top of this. Do you think he has to go into the back? Ah, there you go. There's your problem. There's your problem. Boy, I hope ores can go into the top. That would be super cool if they could. More sulfuric acid. Good. Well, there's your problem. It wasn't the logistical transporter at all. It was the sidedness of the block that always gets me. Gets me every time. Every time. Now, if I put you in here... Did you go and do the thing? I think you did. Yeah, you did. Nice. Cool. And then you should auto-eject to the right. So now, in theory, that leads to the down of this block, right? So if we pop out of here and we put a chest or a crate under this block, or an ME interface, but let's start with a crate, right? Anything in here that I care about at this moment? No. Haha! It's working. Beautiful. That is cool. Right? Now, if we hopper into the top of this block, right? So let's wait for this to be done, right? We should get all our osmium and all the outputs and all that stuff. It should clear out all the backlog of nonsense that it was making for us, right? And when he gives us our 5 nickel, we know we're done, because that was like the last thing that we processed, right? So we place a piece of nickel in here, and he should, in a moment, spit out the 5 nickel that we... Oh, hey, it's working! It's working! Look at that. That is pretty cool. So that is fully automated now, right? Ore goes in, 5x ore comes out. 100% totally automated. That is cool. The only thing is that we might need to figure out how to keep sulfur in here, right? So the only other thing we might do, just because we want to kind of back stuff the thing a little bit, would be to insert the sulfur maybe on the... This is the north side, right? Would that be the north side of the block? So what we could do is say sulfur goes into the north side. We'd need another one of those doohickeys, but then sulfur could wind up going into the north side. That might be a better way. So what we could have then is north, right? So you're down, you're up, you're north. We would have a chest here, right? And we would just say anything that lands in this chest, and I should probably make it a single slot chest if I can, right? Yeah, it makes sense. So we'll keep like a single stack of sulfur in there at all times, right? So what we'll do is we'll get a... Is there a tiny chest of some kind? Is there a tiny chest? Yeah, mini chest. That'll do. That'll do, sir. So then you connect like that. Do we have enough sulfur to have more than a stack? We do. Cool. Okay. So let's come out of here. You're going to be mini chest. Where am I? I'm lost. Help. Okay, you. Boop. And now if we attach our hopper to that, the hopper should... And in theory, this wouldn't be a hopper in the future, right? What this would be an export bus for sulfur, right? So that would be cool. But we're just testing at this point. We'll tweak this a little bit. It's getting towards the end of this episode. It's probably well past that point. But we're going to route you with ultimate. So we really don't need this guy anymore, because we're no longer filtering. So we just need the logistical transporter set to extract mode. And you will also be a logistical transporter set to extract mode. But don't connect to any of these doohickeys. There you go. Cool. And then you're doing your sulfur stuff. Beautiful. So that way we can export bus sulfur. It'll eventually back stuff. And then we will put ores in here. And it'll eventually process into 5x. Cool? I like it. Wrapping up point. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time. We will probably do something. See? Wrapping up point. Told you. So, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and do more with this stuff and other things. For now, take it easy, would you?